Hey, good morning. This is Julie, and I'm going to call this Acronym Monday, November 30th, after Thanksgiving. And that's because when we go to the global markets, the IMF, my first acronym, is going to be accepting the yuan from China into a reserve currency status. And that will mean China will be able to devalue the yuan ahead of that announcement today, which will mean any time if they're going to do that. So the market's sort of jittery, not sure if it's going to leave it where it is or, drop it just a little bit more ahead of that announcement. But either way, Draghi of the ECB, my second acronym, is going to have to be doing some major QE, my third acronym. Told you this was going to be an acronym Monday. So to play the yuan, you have to play the euro because we know what direction that's going, and that's going south. So I'm going to have my euro chart up today. Coming over to the central time zone on the market this week, we've got a great week. We really do. We have a lot of volatility in store this week. Today is the euro on the back of the IMF yuan. And we also have our own Fed rate hike, and non-farm payrolls is at the end of this week. But every report leading up to the rate hike decision is going to be extremely important. So expect a lot of volatility out of these numbers as the market tries to parse which way our economy is really moving. We had a great holiday sales figures, so I'm no doubt thinking that the rate hikes are here. Chicago PMI comes out today, new home sales. Tuesday we've got manufacturing PMI, ISM manufacturing. Wednesday we've got our crude report. We've got our ADP, non-farm employment change. We're going to have the Fed Chair Yellen speaking, and some other Fed, and then we have our interest rate decision of Canada, and that is interesting because Canada is in a box because of our interest rate hike. Their consumers are squeezed and not able to buy anything out of the U.S. anymore. It's too expensive. So that's going to be hurting the Canadian economy. I don't know what they're going to do with their interest rate decision. Probably drop it. I would imagine everybody else is devaluing, unless they put themselves in line with the U.S. to make the consumers a little bit more comfortable, and that would be smart, in my opinion. Give a little bit of a rate hike in lockstep with the U.S. Initial jobless claims on Thursday, and then on Friday we've got our non-farm payroll. Big day on Friday. They're expecting 200,000, so it's lower than the previous report. So, given the holiday season, this is likely to pick up for the seasonal workers. I don't know why they dropped that. Maybe to get a bigger bang for their buck when the number comes out well, a good number. Very interesting how they manipulate those numbers. But anyway, so Canadian interest rates, IMF, ECB, all kinds of opportunities this week in the markets. Let's look at crude real quick on the daily. You can see on the regression channel it bounced off the bottom and is flattening out at the midline, but we're still pointing down. We were not able to push up. We are coming back down. The oversupply is just tremendous. We do have our divergence, but we have a plethora of supply over there. And when Iran sanctions get formalized, being lifted, they've got 50 million barrels floating in tankers that are ready for market that have already been processed, and they promise another million barrels a day. And all the major oil companies have been over there courting them, wanting to help them ratchet their production back up. So there's just not a good up move right now in the cards for crude at all. Looking at my 30-minute chart, you can see that we came up, we lifted up overnight Globex. So we're back on our uplift overnight and our daytime sell-offs, back to the normal cycle. This did show some good movement back into the future value, so I'll keep an eye on this, and I want my 30-minute chart to roll over before I get really interested in really hitting the bids. Let's see if that happens at all, pushing this down. But just keep a soft eye on this. Coming down to my daytime frame, you can see that crude is mixed right now, showing that upward overnight Globex move. And I will want this to start rolling back over before I start getting involved in it. Although the best time to sell is on this standard deviation 1, so we'll keep an eye on it. Here is our VWAP right in the middle of the action, and here is our composite point of control, and here is our 1 hour initial balance high and low from the previous session. So these are going to be markers to watch as we get into the day session for the US. Let's look at the NQ, and we still have our Christmas rally going strong for the indexes, weekly, daily, 60-15, all across the board. So I will definitely keep my eye. Here's my 30-minute slope. We're moving up, and we're in the channel between the deviation bands. We just hit another previous point of control level and have been pulling back, if you note this. So I'm not sure if we're looking at the high of the day or not. We could be. This could be the high, the session high that we're sitting on now. But since I don't trade tops and bottoms anymore, all I can do is kiss it and say I'll wait for you to roll around and wait for my slope. That's all a trend trading girl can do. But this very well could be the high. Let's look at the lower time frame. And as you see, we are coming off our previous point of control, and we'll probably run right into this VWAP. And we're either going to bounce back up on this VWAP or this standard deviation 1, or we're going to come all the way back down to the VWAP and our yellow brick road center value down here. So I'll just have to wait and be patient, but I will not be taking a continuation up here in this level at all. I will wait for a lower entry for continuation higher. If you want to see the day chart for this, let me see. Here we go. We are take my little hash marks off. We are running out of steam. We are in an uptrend, no doubt. But these hash marks indicate that the market is confused. It doesn't know whether to push up higher for the futures. And we haven't so far been unable to lift any offers and really push up and out of this area. We do have our stochastics cross back over. So this might be the time this week ahead of our non-farm payrolls to push this up pending interest rate decisions and all that. So I'm sure we're going to put this on the edge of reason. Is that the right way to say this? The edge of reason? I think the market will push the boundaries and bring this up all the way up until the interest rate decision, and then it's just going to fall. It's going to fall like a rock. There's no way we're going to continue to rally because you see the weakening of the momentum. The volume has just left the market. People are selling out of their 401ks, parking money in cash. The end is not near, but the short-term trade is still bullish but weak, very weak, very, very weak. And we do have our trend. So I will be watching the euro. Very bearish. And the NQ and the CL. I don't have my euro chart ready to show you. I'm going to get that ready now. And I am going to open my trade room this week, complimentary trade room. Please stop in, say hello, and come and chat as we trade the markets in the morning this week. See you later.